good. Greetings and salutations, YouTubers and malefactors. Back here at Stopwatch Motorsports and taking the KLX300R out for its inaugural run. So, alright, well, I'll follow you guys. I'm out here with Stoney and Mark on the KX100 CRF150R, and I'm rocking the 2021 KLX300, which I've dubbed as Oscar. Well, actually, my wife named it Oscar the Grouch, which is kind of a good name for it. So, the only modifications I've done to it was toss on my flex bars and speaker foot pegs and a bash plate. Other than that, this thing's bone stock. I do have a box full of like suspension and other mods ready to go on it, but I wanted to, ride it in its relatively unmolested form. And I've already kind of developed a few opinions about it. It is a little heavy. You feel the heft like when you try and throw it into turns. And in stock gearing, it's a little hard to power off the front wheel over obstacles, which is a little bit disconcerting. Like, kind of blast into things. So probably dropping the front tooth, one tooth, and such would give us a little extra oomph it needs. And I've raced the 1990s version of this bike. I had a 1995 KLX250, and quite honestly, this is like a really just refined version of that bike. Soft, easy power, tons of traction. I get these a little bit of time to get up and over stuff. And you just basically just tractor up everything. So, I don't know. I mean, like, they build this as a beginner bike. I can definitely see this will be a very tame bike for a beginner. A little heavy for a beginner. It's definitely not stall happy. And it doesn't have that jerky off-on throttle like most modern 4-strokes have. Ow, that hurt. A very, very calm bike. And the other thing that I would say is noteworthy about it is how many parts from my 1996 KLX 200 actually fit this bike. It's absolutely shocking. Funny enough, the frame geometry and everything else, it shares most of a frame with the KLX 200. So I think it's a slightly more Chinesium frame. It definitely doesn't feel as substantial as the KDX frame was, but I don't know. It has that forward pitch. So going between this and my KDX is pretty easy, and it has about a very similar feel frame flex. Less front end flex though, because we're walking 43mm upside down forks. So one huge complaint I have, and this is more like a complaint of like, why did you guys not spend 10 cents on this Kawasaki? There's no air bladers screws on front forks. Funny enough, you can get the old KLX I guess fork caps and replace it with that, have air bleeders. But I mean, I don't know, it's just me being nitpicky. Electric start, fuel injected, 300cc bike that runs on 87 octane. I would definitely not describe it as a fire breathing bike. And it's not my KTM, and it's not my KDX. And that's not a bad thing. The other thing is the suspension does get overwhelmed pretty quick and chopped. And it's a little deflect happy, so I'm going to try and tame it out. So I might end up just sending it off to Enzo and see if he can polish it a bit. Because before you drop money on exhaust or anything like that, your first purchase should always be protection, good tires, and suspension, in my opinion, in that order. So, we'll see. But goodness, this really does take me back to being 14 again with having a KLX and KDX as my race bikes. It's like I'm 40 now and I've come full circle. Well, not quite 40, but close enough. Mark's setting a pretty good pace on 150. We had gotten the overheating problem pretty well sorted out on it. He's running engine ice and the fan rig and a voice and supercooler, and he's standing up like he should be. Anywho, I will say this bike encourages you to ride lazy though. Honestly, I want to ride sweeper just to keep an eye on everything. I know I'm not the fastest rider. Oh. Everything okay?
Obviously I have.
More bottom end snap, but I really do like the rest of the gearing on the bike. I have taken it up on the roads a little bit, and it's got a very usable gearbox. So I would say if you're a beginner, the Hess will be kind of a bit rough on you. But it's certainly an easygoing bike. halfway through the stroke on the suspension, it does go from like cushy to harsh. It's not bad. Oh, yeah. Hey, so trim, blast and whoops is definitely not going to be this bike's strong suit. Yeah, I am kind of surprised it comes with these Dunlop tires too. These are pretty decent, these little MX52. Very good all-around tire. Ah, goodness. Oh, yeah. Enough torque to upshift up a hill though. This Gutbuster pedal is pretty fun though. I don't know where Mark disappeared to. He like started wandering off on the roads.
Do what?
He started just wandering off on the roads.
I saw that. I'm trying to stay on this loop at least one round.
Oh yeah. Oh, so there are a few weird noises that issue from the rear of the bike, like this whoa noise. Like a faraway dog bark. I haven't quite put the sound to the sound yet. Ah! There he is. Oh, all right. Everyone's so used to riding smaller bikes, I'd just trade them for the day. Oh. This thing definitely, this KLX definitely meets my requirement of being maintenance free. But yeah, big hats off to White Hollywood for going out here and marking this Gutbuster course. I really appreciate that. It's fun to have a directional, well-marked trail, so we don't wind up, you know, getting a little too friendly. Me and this bike just have an understanding. All right. There you go.
Oh, how much
Honestly, it's just the fact that I've ridden FCR carb 4-strokes for a lot of years. And even older school 4-strokes that were just as, if not even more finicky. Oh goodness. I lost my momentum.
This is why my team is a giant.
I think it's just running rough today. I got a little distracted sightseeing for a bit. What the heck is that? It's like stock tanks or something. Oh, anywho, yeah. Eyes ahead, buddy. This isn't exactly like Pee-wee's Playhouse trails. Honestly, it smells a bit richer now. Tell you what, I do. For a 4-stroke, this thing gets super stall proof. I think if you go from this to a legitimate racing 4-stroke, you're going to be just flaming out and stalling a ton. This is going to give you a unreasonable expectation for the stall proofness of 4-stroke bikes. Of course, back in the day, let me grab my tennis balls in the locker real quick. Back in the day, 4-strokes were the low-strung bike.
I'm not trying that. I can
and they barely stalled. And then you had a bunch of motocross bikes you tried to convert for cross country stuff, and you had the RMX, WR, and KDX, and they were relatively stall-proof-ish bikes. Now back in the day for this type of riding out here, I was usually on the KDX, like tight trails, tougher stuff. My KLX bike was my KLX was my wide open track, kind of like Pecan Flats or Caddo Creek and everything. You guys have seen the TCCRA videos. Tell you what though, other than, you know, the obvious age difference, I really do feel like I'm 14 again on my two bikes. But before I got injured and almost wound up rolling around for all of my transportation, eating meals through a straw. Definitely has the tendency to take the youthful invincibility out of oneself. I think my hand is good enough to race though. It's definitely sore. Yeah, just take it easy, guys. Honestly, I think Stoney could race TCCRA and be competitive. I think Mark with a slightly more agreeable bike and some more seat time could do well as well. There we go, it's those Lights Intermediate. It looks like we're rocking a YZ125. I can definitely tell the 8 weeks I've been off a bike though, I've gotten way out of shape. Take everything to second gear on this bike, let some climbing stuff. Sorry, dude. was going to tell him was that he should consider selling that bike and getting Bradley's YZ, or my old YZ. They would treat him a little nicer. I just like see this thing in second gear like everything. Kind of like the KTM, just do 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 do, tractor rolling along. Oh, alright. A little guess working in a couple of spots. Yeah, I'm a little heavy for this bike. When I was 14, I was like 140 pounds. Huh? Man, this thing was perfect for me back then. Now, to be a little honest, a bit of work. I never need to break loose in this bike though. That thing sounds just like a hot 450. I honestly thought someone on 450 was behind me just running me down. I'm like, I'm sorry, bro. Tell you what, that 150 is like trying to restrain like a 10 pit bulls on a leash. And you're like gonna soak them wet. Oh goodness. That's not good.
I got up and I was in too high of a gear, and I'm like, damn it.
I was like, this is...
Well,
You almost had me if you'd have just kept on.
let me get up top and I'll come back and help out.
Hold on, I'm gonna back up and I'll come back up there too. That's close.
That's all good. That's precisely why I love this bike. It's like, let me just shift it into granny gear and walk it. Alright. I'll be right back. God, that's such an easy bike to ride, other than the fact that it's heavy. No worry, fellas, I'm spotting. I'm spotting, you know, under the protection of a tree, of course. Oh, I was. Tell you what, that KLR is just plop, 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 plop.
I know. That was the nice thing about the 250's the same way. I mean, you pretty much just eye lit up.
Yeah. I would still prefer the KDX and tight stuff, but that bike's a gas in the mud. God, I'm gonna toss a mud tire on that. That thing's just gonna
Rooster forever.
It's just gonna just trail right up it. Not even a thing. And man, it is running hot though. I could see the exhaust just cooking off that thing right now. Wonder if I should go down there and give him some encouragement.
If he'd have just kept going and passed me, he'd have been fine. But he stopped with me, and I'm like, oh, keep going, keep going.
It's hard to get ahead of steam again.
Yeah, that's why I was like, back up and.
Alright, y'all stay right where you are.
Oh, we are.
Yeah, we're handy if you need a hand. Now, one thing about me being a good bit heavier than he was, whenever I would stop on a hill, it would loop over on me. So I had to crank the preload like way up. I was out at the Redneck Heaven, and I looped that thing on myself like 6 times.
It's pissed because you left it laying on its side.
Tell you what, that is the meanest sounding little bike ever though. Nice.
Oh, easy. It was that simple the whole time. You got in my way.
It's a cold.
Funny. Uh-oh.
What's wrong?
Yeah, looks like my carburetor is leaking a little.
Oh, yeah, they do a little bit. PWK is always a little touchy.
Not enough that I'm gonna do.
I wouldn't worry. I would say first is a little hard to find on this bike as well. Once it gets nice and hot. Ugh. Granny gear engaged. Seriously, this thing is like granny gear incarnate. I'd say the only thing as easy to ride and granny up stuff with is I'd say the KTM's a little easier to granny. I'll be honest, I wish I had a little gripper. That seat's kind of wide. Now I'm just nitpicking because, oh my goodness, I actually stole it. Now I'm just nitpicking because I'm getting a chance to really getting to push myself on a bike in a little adverse environment. Oh man, my finger is really starting to kill me though. I should back off on these guys, just kind of go a bit ahead of me so I can take this a little bit more ahead of steam. I don't want to miss the footage, of course. That is a legitimately tough hill. Oh man, it's like cannot reliably make a fist. I could probably get around him. Oh. You got it, dude. Wait for them to clear out. I really wish you weren't blocking the way. There we go. There. That's what the track says.
Alright.
It's like legitimately difficult track. I can't imagine doing this at nighttime. Whoever was on the nighttime team for Gutbuster, that's some god tier skills to pay the bills. But I'll tell you what, I would not do this at night. Heck, what, that strangler? And Derek out here marking stuff up for us so we can have some more fun. If you get a chance, pop by his channel, give him a like and a sub, because he's out here actively trying to make things a little more fun for us. Whew. Oh, man.
Well, it's not a berm, is it?
Ah.
Damn. What is the deal?
I just, some days you get the bear, some days the bear gets you, dude.
Pretty much.
What is it? What was the quote?
I said some days you get the bear, some days the bear gets you.
Why does it ever get you guys?
It does plenty.
Oh, plenty.
Because you know how predators are. They go for the weakest
Right.
one.
You don't have to be the fastest, you not the slowest.
I kind of do wish I would have brought my second bike. Let Derek come out here and play on this or the KDX. I think he'd have a good time. Well, I definitely need another weekend on the seat before TCC race. I'll probably do next weekend, then take a weekend off. next weekend I probably should also spend my time breaking in the KTM and my new boots.